I graduated Arizona State in 1975. I'm third generation Sun Devil. My grandfather, Zeb Pierce, attended in 1898 and 1899, played on the Tempe Normal football team, so I've always had a passion for football at Arizona State. I approached Ray Anderson, the director of athletics, a couple years ago. He said that Coach Graham was passionate about doing something for Pat Tillman. And I initially had never thought of doing that. Of course, I saw Pat play in football and then watched him at the Cardinals, and he was an incredible man. And I think it's a great recognition to all Arizona State graduates and veterans that this statue will be part of the new stadium. We were trying to come up with a design of how this statue would look. We understood that the family wanted it to be a representative of a true picture of Pat when he was coming on the Arizona State or Sun Devil field, so we started going through photographs and things like that.
I started with a proposal, and that was a 16-inch sculpture maquette of Pat Tillman, and Art and I presented that to ASU, and it was approved. From there, we brought the sculpture to the foundry. They made a mold off of it, and then a wax copy was made. The sculpture now, I believe, is about 80 inches tall. So we started with Pat Tillman, who was 5 foot 11 inches, and we just bumped his size to 6 feet, and then we enlarged it 1.4%. Might be a little bit larger to compensate for the shrinkage in wax and the bronze casting process. The original sculpture, the 16-inch maquette, I probably had 6 weeks into that to develop that, then sent to the shell room. The shells will be created, burnt out, bronze poured into those shells, bronze broken out of the shells, fabricated at the fabrication studio, welded, ground down and retextured. So where, say for example, you have the arm that might be cut off, they'll weld that and they'll chase it back down to match the texture patina, and from there it will go to Sun Devil Stadium where it will be installed.
What I personally hope, and I know it will happen, is that this will be a permanent part of Arizona State University. And for the new stadium, that the students can come into the stadium and see Pat Tillman. That'll be a part of Arizona State history. The students some way down the road can come and see what Pat Tillman, what he looked like, what he stood for, and how important he was to Arizona State University in the 1990s.
I graduated in 2008. I've lived in Tempe since 1967, and so I grew up here, and I guess you could say I've seen ASU grow, so it's a great honor.
3, 2, 1.